Hello, and welcome back to my series where I'm going through the challenges in my book, The C Sharp Player's Guide, and just solving all the challenges on video. So we are now we're doing all the boss battle ones. We're in the expansions, and this is the Stolen Inventory Challenge. We've already done the items and the gear challenge in previous videos. If you didn't do either of those, then this challenge won't make sense. And that's a possibility because not all challenges are required. So the main idea here with stolen inventory is we're going to add a loot system. We're going to make it so people have the ability to gain something by beating their enemy. So if a character dies and they have gear equipped, the other team should immediately get the gear that they had equipped before they die. And when a whole party is beaten, then any items or gear that the party had that wasn't equipped should be transferred over to the winning team as well. So that gives us the ability to do something of a loot system. I'm going to move this off to the side so I can still see it, but you guys don't need to be able to see it. We'll just get started in here. I do think the easiest part of this is going to be the fact that whenever a character is defeated, whatever gear they had equipped should get transferred over to the other party. So we need to find the place where we kill off characters, which should be this right here. We already have this handle potential deaths method. This is in running the party. So if we run an action, and once the action has been resolved, we check for deaths. So an attack itself, for example, does not directly remove a character from a game, even if it reduced their HP to 0. But we have this handle potential deaths method that should be, I think, the place where we do this. So we remove here. We're already when we find a character that's not alive anymore, we remove it. And now, and what we want to do here, because I think this part's easy, because all we need to do is say if character dot gear is not null, then we want to get the gear and transfer it to the other party. So now we gotta do, let's see, we have a get enemy party for the characters. We've already got these little utility methods that just make life easier here. So we get the enemy party and gear dot add lost gear. Now I think I want to do this in reverse order. I think I want to say let's get the gear, and it might be null, but then once we've got it, we'll do this. So so we pull the gear out, and if it's not null, then we will put it in there. The other thing we could potentially do here, I don't think this is going to matter because well, right now this character still has a reference to that same gear. If the character is removed from the game at this point, but technically still hanging on to that weapon, so it probably makes sense to ensure that he doesn't have that anymore. Character.gear equals null. So set it, clear its gear, and that way if there's somehow, some way for some game effect to hang on to characters as zombies and then put them back into the game, they don't both have a hand on that same sword or dagger or whatever it is. At this point, I think we can run this really quick. And now if we used a potion, at this point, we're going to beat that skeleton with the sword, and then we should get, so we already have 1 dagger in our equipment. We should get 2 daggers in our equipment. I'm not sure if that happened because this still only has that 1 dagger. Well, for one thing, let's do... I want this colored. But we'll put some text in here to say, you know. All right. Something like that. So I am going to put a breakpoint right here, though, because I was expecting to get that dagger, and I didn't get it. So it is here. Let's see. I want to look at my locals here and find, so the battle, get enemy party for, let's see. Oh, interesting. Okay, I think I figured out what's going on here. There's a bug in this get enemy party for, because this says if monsters.characters.contains it, then return the heroes. Otherwise, return the monsters. Well, guess what? We just removed it. This is not in there anymore. If we just rearrange these just a little bit, rerun this, by the way, while we're doing this, let's, that was supposed to be 25%. Let's change it to lower so that there's less of a chance of this guy using a potion before he dies. What did I just do? I used punch. I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to equip the sword. He used the potion anyway. Did he? I don't know what's going on. Okay, so now at this point, let's see, characters. Okay, now if the one that found is now the correct one. And now there should be 2 daggers in here. There are. Okay, I think everything is working now. Yeah, okay, good. Now I've got 2 daggers. Now I can only hold 1 item at a time. The sword's better, so it doesn't do me a whole lot of good. But once I beat these guys, And I'm going to have even more daggers. equip dagger. Uh, Fantastic. If only I could smelt dagger and get coins. Anyway, that okay. So we're done with the part that I thought was probably the easiest. Well, yeah. So that's when a character dies. That happens. But now we also have to handle the situation of when a party is eliminated, and that happens. Let's see. That's in. It's not there, but run party. So if is round over, it happens right here. It's when we return from. Well, it may not be. Let's see. Yeah. So if. Well, so the hero party, uh, it'd be kind of fun to if you die, then for the game to say skeleton acquired your sword. You know, like that'd be kind of cool. Um, but I don't think we need to do that. It's like this advance to next round at this point. If current monster party eliminated, like we could just put in here this advance to next round. We could. This wave has been defeated. Maybe we break this up into two different things. So I want the text I want to put in here is really kind of in the middle of these. Let's see. Yeah. So, and then, right. Well, for each gear in monsters.gear, then we want to do hero. Let's see. Heroes dot gear dot. Actually, you know what? Well, we don't need to add them all one at a time because there is a dot add range. Monsters.gear. We could just add everything all at once, but I do. The benefit and that's a lot more efficient than adding one at a time. The benefit that we get from the type of efficiency is that it might go a little faster or it might use less memory, that kind of stuff. And I'm not like this, as big as this game might feel, it really isn't that big in terms of what it's accomplishing. There's a lot of classes. It's very substantial. There's a lot going on. But in terms of the number of objects and then the amount of memory it's using and the CPU time it's using, we're honestly spending 99.99999% of our time waiting for the user to type in stuff. So I'm not too worried about performance. And I do want the ability to say, hey, that this potion got moved over, and this potion got moved over, and this dagger got moved over. I want to be able to do that. And so by working through them one at a time, and I suppose we can get the best of both worlds. We'll add them all at once, but right in here we will say console. Let's use the Uber console dot write line. Oh, great. So somewhere in here, it's this right here that maybe. Let's do this. Transfer gear. That's not going to work. That's the text that we want here is totally different, and never mind. I take it back. I don't want to do that. But what I do want is this. It was acquired by the other party. So let's see. Bash this all together. So Gear.name was acquired by the other party. Yeah, that's probably good enough. So if for all the gear that's in there, it'll do that. Now let's run this. Now when we beat the something. Wait, what? They didn't have 3 daggers, did they? Something super fishy there. Um, all right, let's figure this out. This party has a potion and no daggers at all. Not in the party, but just the character has one. So we should get that one right here. Skeleton's dagger is acquired by the other party. These two. So this one came from just the heroes already had a dagger, which we should probably get rid of. And the trooper aren't supposed to have that actually equipped, so maybe we should start him with it. And then the second one came from this right here. Skeleton's dagger is acquired by the other party. Where these two came from, I'm not sure, but I'm wondering if we are pulling it from the wrong party. Which, given that there's 2 of them, that's my guess. So where is that? Or, you know what? Monsters is already... We're getting ahead of ourselves. Man, this is the second time I've had basically that same mistake. Let's put that right here at the end. That kind of thing where we were off by a round or something. Okay. But I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Is we were this monsters.gear monsters was getting it from the next round. So we were actually pulling over all the gear from the next round, which does have 2 daggers in it. I'm not Tog this time. I'm OG. I'll take it. All right, let's see. Equip sword. Off the screen here. Used a potion. Skeleton's dagger was acquired by the other party. This wave's been defeated, advancing to the next wave. So now I only have 2 daggers, which is good. These guys haven't equipped anything. Well, now he did. Dagger was acquired by the other party. Okay, yeah, so the only other thing we need to do is basically a similar thing. A similar thing for items. So now if they leave behind, you know what I'm going to do? So we reduced that number, the frequency in which they'll use a potion down really low. Let's add enough here to make sure we get some loot from that. Equip sword, attack. So he didn't get a chance to use his potion, and now we should have... Yep, we do. An extra potion. Attack. 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 Now we picked up that one dagger. We'll get the other dagger here in a second. Okay, good. Look at all these potions. So in our journeys in here, we started with a cake and a couple of potions and a sword and a dagger. And now we've got 4 daggers, 2 cakes, a bajillion potions. Now it's time to rest. Use potion. Use potion. Use potion. Use potion. Use potion. All right, it's time to get serious, right? Let's kill this guy off. Now would be a good time to use a potion. Now I'm just going to punch him. Kablam. I beat him by punching him. After slashing him a whole bunch, walked over and punched. All right. Let's see. So, but I do think that at this point, that covers everything for this challenge. Let's make sure. So we are when I kind of, so you know what, I'm gonna kind of want to do transfer gear to winner. Let's give it some names to these things. Transfer items to winner. And right now we're just kind of assuming that the monsters lost and the heroes won. But I do think, I mean, let's run that. Like we like totally skip all of that. We don't advance the next round. Like if the hero party lost, then we break out of here and we just display the game result and we're done. So even if I sit here and do nothing the whole time until I'm dead, which is going to be another 20 rounds. Hang on. Dang it. Should have gone slower. Hang on 1 second while I teleport ahead in time. All right, so I'm down to 1 HP. I'm going to rest, and then the skeleton is going to get me. So that was correct. So it didn't have all that. It was transferred to the other, lost stuff. But there is one other thing I want to check, and that is, if my character is defeated, then the sword that I've got should get transferred over to the other guys. I didn't have that equipped, so I didn't see that. So let's try this one more time. Again, fast forward in time here. And let's see. So I'm at 1 out of 25. I'm going to rest. I do have the sword equipped. So this time when the skeleton beats Tog, the skeleton should get the sword in their inventory. Tog's sword was acquired by the other party. Yeah, it worked. It worked. Everything's working. I think we can call this one done, and I think we will do that. So let's stop the video, and I will see you guys next time.